Hello, this is Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Model Building and Retirement channel. This is What You Buy Wednesday, and it's also going to be a bench update. And I'm trying to get a little bit more into the community spirit. So for Al over at Big Sky Model Workshop, this is for you. You started the What You Buy Wednesday thing, and I see a lot of content providers joining in on that. So here's my shot at it too. And as far as group builds go, I'm finding it a little bit hard to manage my time, but I'll get there. But I know one of them I want to join in is Jason over at Blue Ox. I do plan on doing a street machine build, so bear with me. I'll get one picked out here and get it built before your deadline. But for right now, let's talk about what I buy. Um, First off, not related to model building, but I bought this Mini Pro mic. And these are wireless mics, battery powered mics. To go along with the camera system. You know, there's times where I'm either at the booth or I'm maybe a little further away from the camera, so I wanted a little bit of a better audio system. These are on the lower price point range, so let me know what you think in the comments. I'm actually wearing it now. I did learn my very first lesson, though, is I have already did some filming with this, and I had it right up on my collar, thinking, well, that's the best place to pick up my voice. But every time my beard brushed against it, it sounded like wind or sandpaper. So I didn't realize my beard. I thought it was softer than that, but so I'm wearing my microphone a little bit further down. But let me know what you think of the quality of that. You know, it's also when I do some remote videos, I wanted to have a little bit better sound. Another thing that I just bought is Fusion Firm's chrome paint. Quite a few other people have bought this recently, and I already bought the Revell spray chrome that comes in the 5-ounce can, and I think it's one of the best sprays out there with an aerosol can. You know, you could decant it and spray with an airbrush if you wanted to. I've not tried that. At 35 bucks a can, I'm afraid of losing propellant and screwing up my can. So, but I really like it. But my only complaint there is the durability of it. You know, it seems to just take fingerprints and mar up pretty easy. So I'm going to try this as a direct side-by-side comparison. In fact, I've already started producing a video on this um, where I'm doing a direct side-by-side, and I'm going to talk about cost. I'm going to talk about ease of application. I'm going to talk about the appearance comparison, and finally a durability comparison. So stay tuned. I've already started producing that and filming that, and currently it's pretty much done, except for I have to wait 72 hours before I try the clear coat that comes with this, because this comes with a 30 milliliter bottle of chrome and a 30 milliliter bottle of clear lacquer, which is basically a 1 ounce each can bottle. So that's coming out probably by this weekend. I hope I'll have that video out Saturday or Sunday, perhaps. So be on the lookout for that. Haven't decided on my next build, but I think pretty much I'm going to go with this here. I've had it laying around for a little while. It's a 1969 Boss 302 model from Revell. And when I picked this model out, I already knew what color I wanted, and that is the Ford Calypso Coral, also known as Competition Orange. And this is an MCW enamel that I'm going to be using that in their 2K enamel clear. And I think that's a very pretty color. I think it's going to contrast really nice with the blacked out hood and the black stripes. So that's coming up. I'm kind of excited about building that kit here soon. And then what I buy Wednesday? Well, I stopped at Hobby Lobby because they had that 40% off sale again. And I try to avoid going to those because I know their selection is pretty slim there, and I pretty much picked through the kits that I liked the most already. There might be a couple more that I like, but I did manage to pick up 3 more today. One of them is I've already built this one. It's a 67 Shelby GT350 from AMT. I wasn't 100% impressed with the kit itself, but I came up with this idea. I thought it would be really cool. I've already built this, and I'll have a picture above here. I did it as a barn find that is patinaed out and kind of rusted and you know, just worn out car. So I want to do a show car of the same colors and everything. So this is going to be done just like a brand new or a restored car. And an idea that I didn't think of, but I've seen it somewhere along the line, maybe in the last year or two, but I thought it was pretty cool. is I'm going to build a little diorama to go with this. And it's going to have like a dividing fence. And one side of the fence is going to be a brand new fence with brand new flowers or landscape along the fence line, and the restored or brand new car. And then the other side, when you roll that, spin it around, the other side's going to be that fence all patinaed up like it's been aged for 50 years and it's falling apart, or it's kind of raggedy and weeds growing up, the things overgrown, sort of like a real life, if something is not maintained real well. And on that side, I'll have the model car with all the patina on it. And when you spin it around, I think it'd be pretty cool. I was going to do that with all the patina builds I did, but I don't know. We'll try it with this one first and see. But this is coming up. And then while I was there, there's still an abundance of muscle cars from the era that I grew up in that I haven't built. And I did actually build a lot of these when I was a teenager or a kid. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those kits. I moved around, moved across country on my motorcycle with just clothes on my back when I was 21. So I didn't take anything with me. And my parents saved a few things for me, but over the years, I just told them I get rid of it or do whatever, because usually when I went back to visit them, I flew. So there's still an abundance of muscle cars that I can build of my era, and then I'll get into some other stuff eventually. But the 66 Chevelle is going to be one of my upcoming builds. I haven't picked out a color yet, but it's hard to deny that red is always a good color on these. And then finally, I picked up 1971 Oldsmobile 442. This one, I already picked out a paint it's unusual. Usually when I pick out a model, I know the color of a model that I want, and then I go order my paint. But the last time I placed an order with MCW, I picked out a maroon metallic color just because I didn't have a model picked out for it, but I picked out the paint. And it's just because I haven't sprayed that color yet. And I thought, that'd be a pretty color to spray on something. So I don't even know if this came with it, but I'm going to say screw the realism there. I'm going to use that maroon on this. I think it's going to contrast really nice with the white stripes there, so, and the white out hood and whatnot. So that's pretty much an update. As far as the channel goes, I do plan on, like I said, joining in on the group builds, at least a couple of them. It seems like pretty much there's a lot of those going on, and I still like to do my how-to videos too. And some of them take quite a bit of time. I mean, I just did that one with the patina truck, and I don't even want to tell you how many hours I got into that and editing and getting that video out. So it's kind of hard to keep up with content. This is like the easiest video to do is just sit down and talk to the camera. I'd like to do this. I could probably do this every day if you want to hear me. But I do have a pretty cool thing coming up at the end of the month. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and ring that little bell icon. Costs you absolutely nothing, but it alerts you to my new videos. But something really cool coming up at the end of the month. And we're going to go remote on a real car situation here. And my brother is buying a brand new 2025 Corvette, and he's taken delivery at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, right next to the factory that builds these. And I think that's going to be pretty exciting. It looks like it's a really fun way to take delivery of your car. And I haven't seen him in about 10 years, so I'm really excited about that. That's going to be a really cool highlight there. So I'll be doing that and covering that on the YouTube channel. So watch for that. It's going to be a little bit different for a change. That's one of the reasons I bought the remote microphone, and I bought a gimbal for my camera. So I think I'm all set up here, and can't wait to do that. So stay tuned to my channel, and I appreciate everybody, supporting us. And I'm hoping that my content is, what you want to see. And I'm very curious too, if anybody wants to give me some feedback to the new builders, to people either just returning back to the hobby who haven't touched it in years like I did, or to people that are brand new. And I know that I do have you guys as subscribers because you make comments on your video or on my videos about it. But when you get a chance, I want to know if these tips and tricks and how-tos are really helping you. I get good feedback about the video, but show me your builds. I'll have my email right above here. Send me pictures of your builds. I want to know if what I'm doing is actually helping you, because that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it just because. I'm really wanting to help people out here. So let me know. I want to do that. And also, the invite has been out there, but I haven't got many replies to it, is the viewer spotlight, where I'll spotlight your build and talk about it a little bit. I did one episode and I thought it was kind of favorable feedback, but I haven't received anybody else wanting to do that. So if you don't have like a YouTube channel, but you want your car featured, send me to that email above, and pictures, a description, tell me about your build, your inspiration, as much information as you can. Email it to me, and I'll have an upcoming episode called Viewer Spotlight. So thank you for joining in. I really appreciate it, and be safe out there.